This was my first time in Saint Denis. I actually pronounced it Saint Denis until I heard how to pronounce it right. I'm going to leave you with the edited version with the maps. Enjoy. Oh, this is a nice setup here. I like how the town looks. It looks nice. Should be right across the street, I believe. Oh, there it is. The Fontana Theater right there. And we're going to go in and take in a show.
Mister.
But Kate said yesterday a man came through the city trying to...
For a show, I presume?
Can you believe that?
50 cents. Okay, that's not so bad.
I need a ticket, please. Make your way through the doors on either side of me.
On the left side, he said. Alright, let's go in. It's an older theater. Oh, so much for getting the manager's office. Alright, let's go inside and take in the show.
To the remarkable example of modern entertainment at its finest. Now, most of you youngins, I'm sure, know about our great national hero and pioneer, Josiah Blackwater. Him that gave the town of Blackwater its nomenclature. You see, only about 100 years ago, weren't nothing here but big old forests, ferocious beasts, surly savages, arid deserts, and unconquered mountains. The West, well, the whole West was untamed. Your mama probably told you bedtime stories about Josiah's many adventures, but I'm gonna tell you a story you ain't likely to have heard about his possum hat. Now, Josiah Blackwater was born in the year of our Lord 1782 in a log cabin just west of Ansburg. He was a special boy. His pa gave him
I'm gonna get a
his first
closer view
rifle
here.
when he was 3
After
years
I
old.
see everybody in the
Boy, he
theater.
took to it right away. He exclaimed, "There's a whole mess of critters out there."
Not a full
in the
theater,
woods
but not an empty
trying to
theater.
eat us. So I'm gonna consume them first. Yes, sir. He really took to killing all manner of things. He was such a keen shot. One morning, he was sorting up some winter turnips for the root cellar when a big old bear and her cubs came in the kitchen hunting for food. It had a mind to eat up all the jams and preserves. Josiah grabbed that bear and wrestled her to the ground and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed. He whooped the
You
tar
can see
clean out of that
the
big
camera
old
up there,
critter.
kinda
Then he
neat.
tied her up and grabbed them cubs and grabbed
Nice
them
setup in the
into
theater. Not as nice
sausages
as the other
while
one, but
Mama
nice
Bear
setup.
watched. That's fine eating. His mom and pa knew right then he was cut out to be
Alright,
the
I'll be
finest
quiet and
wild
enjoy the rest of the show.
frontiersman that ever drew breath. But first, they wanted him to get some book learning. After only 3 days of attending school, Josiah beat the living daylights out of a class bully and announced to his daddy that he was tired of ciphering and mathematics on account it's only good for adding up the number of critters or Indians you can kill. So he ran away from home and headed west. Now, these lands were occupied by savages then, and when Josiah Blackwater came scouting through, he recognized it to be a land of splendor, wasted on those that couldn't appreciate it on account of worshiping false idols. He got rid of all them pesky buffalo, and thereby ensured those infernal Injuns didn't have nothing to eat. Of course, that got them mightily riled up, so he had to slaughter all of them too. Just like his daddy had once done to the Redcoats in 1775. Right about that time, he met an Indian girl he took pity on account of having annihilated her family. She was 12 years old, and so he took her as his wife. She gave him 2 sons before she died of typhus. Now, y'all know that Josiah Blackwater wore a possum for a hat. But most don't know how that came to be. Well, one day, old Josiah was riding a couple of alligators down the Lanahatchee River. Riding, standing up, and shooting eagles right out of the sky when he sees a big old mountain lion about to eat a possum. Josiah grabbed that mountain lion by the tail and wrestled it till it was plumb dead. Well, that possum really took to Josiah. Followed him around like a dog loyal to its master. Yes, they had a lot of adventures together. Now, Josiah never cried a day in his life, but he pert near did on the day that possum passed, for they were mighty fine friends. So he skinned it and made it into a hat. Back in them days, a possum skin was as good as money. But he never parted with that hat, not even for $10. Once he founded the town of Blackwater, he sent word for settlers to come. It was the last stop in the west before San Francisco. He met a girl by the name of Rufina Helsby at a barn dance one night, took her as his wife, and settled down. Built himself a cattle empire and had 14 youngins. But Josiah Blackwater wasn't the home-loving kind, and he grew mighty restless. One day on the courthouse steps, he announced, "You may all go to hell, and I will go to Saint Denis." And so he did. Enjoyed French pursuits of strumpets and wanton gluttony, which is where he came upon the idea of running for Congress. He wore that possum hat every day as a congressman, as a reminder of where he come from, saying, "I may live in barbaric splendor, but I always remember, keep your friends close and your gun closer, because you don't know when you might have to shoot them."
So that's the history of Blackwater. Alright. It's kind of cool how they set the theater up, where people leave in an orderly fashion and go inside in an orderly fashion. Kind of neat, kind of neat. Alright, maybe it's time that I get up. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Maybe we can go up front. Nope, can't go up front. Yeah, so that's the old style theater with the projections, and you got the fans up top. Nice lighting, old style building, nice chairs. Kind of neat. The show is a little old, but I guess that's how they were back then, so. Kind of neat, kind of neat. You can walk out either way, I think.
Goodbye now. We'll see you next time.
You need to watch where you go.
Alright, let's take one last look before we go. And we get a little closer here. All right, so there we have it, the Fontana. I'll get up right there. All right, so oh no, there's a better shot. There we have it, the Fontana Theater in Saint Denis, or Saint Denis, if I pronounce it correctly. Not a bad show. It was interesting. It's a little bit of dry humor, but not bad, not bad. I like the building too. They've done a lot of nice things in this game, as far as not being making everything the same, making everything different, unique. It's kind of cool. All right, that pretty much wraps this up, and thank you for watching.
Is that a fact? Well, I don't want to talk about it.